Should a self-respecting man drive the Porsche Boxster?
I think if it was a different color and he's under 5'11".
I'm a super obnoxious YouTuber. Today I'm gonna pull this car out of the garage. I'm gonna pull it back into the garage. I'll probably take you for a drive in it. It's so fast. Oh my gosh, this thing is so fast. And look at the color. It looks so good. The automobile is dead, all right? It's totally dead. You guys have heard of NFTs? Well, I'm talking about NFCs today. Non-fungible cars, all right? Why own a car like this when you can pay 100 times more for a picture of it?
Destroyed their faces.
Welcome back to the channel, guys. Welcome back to Phoenix, Arizona, and welcome to another video. Behind me is my latest purchase that I thought I would share with you on my low budget YouTube channel. It is a 1999 986 Porsche Boxster. It has 20,000 miles on it. You're probably wondering why I bought it. One of the main reasons was I just sold the Eclipse. For those of you longtime subscribers, got decent money for that. I actually bought this car for less than I sold the Eclipse for. My plan is to sell this car, unfortunately. It's a screaming deal. I have been watching Boxsters for a while. There is a very certain year and color combination I've been looking for. Therefore, I kind of know the prices on them and what they're going for. This one came out super cheap. It is a minty example, so I thought I'd go grab it. We can make a couple videos with it and then we'll probably cut it loose. Now, as you can see, it's basically mint already. There's really nothing to do with it. All I've done is wash it and vacuum it, and it turned out really good. Maybe some of you don't know the Boxster. Maybe you're thinking about getting a Boxster. I don't know everything about it right now, but I can tell you a couple things. I'm 6'2", 200 pounds on a decent day. The Boxster actually fits me decent. My only complaint with it is this is about the max spacing I can get between my knees and the wheel. The only time it's an issue is in hard corners and I'm cranking here. My arm does run into my leg and it makes it hard to, you know, make a good turn. But that said, there's plenty of adjustability in the seat. There's kind of a little sweet spot where if you have the seat tilted up just enough and this is back just enough, you can get it back a little bit further than what you can use on the rails here. So just FYI, this is a 5-speed manual. Of course, it is mated to the 2.1 liter flat six. I know the Boxster S's have the 3.2 liter, but this one does put out enough power to have fun, and I'll play a little sound clip of the exhaust quick. One thing about the Boxster that's actually pretty sweet is it's relatively like economical. So you got a front frunk and a rear trunk. So the rear trunk's got my camera stuff in it right now. But as you can see, there's good space in the rear, and then you bring it up to the front. Plenty of space up in the front. But anyways, I just thought I would point that out. Maybe you're a corporate dude who goes to work every day looking for a sporty car. You can fit your briefcase and your luggage for your next trip in the front or the back of the Porsche Boxster. Of course, it does have the, you know, fried egg headlights or whatever. I think they're endearing to some. I know a lot still hate them. Who really cares? You get into a Porsche for pretty cheap with these things, so it's not really that big of a deal. And I have looked, there are covers that you can buy that you can have factory paint matched. It'll kind of encircle this. There's ones that will allow you to keep the side indicator. Was it this one? Or this one? I don't know. I think this is the side indicator. You can either keep that, they make a little hole for it, or you can just cover it up all together and it'll look more like, you know, your typical Porsche. Carrying on with the little mini tour, one thing I love about this car, I've said it before in other videos, and I'll say it again, it is dead simple. Radio, climate controls, you know, defrost, your convertible top right here. Window switches are down here. Gauge is super easy. This car was an import from Canada, so I do have kilometers per hour. Let me get the key in it quick. So I do have kilometers per hour in the far gauge, but it's not that big a deal. It is toggled over to miles right now. It just stays that way unless it gets toggled back. And then you get the big mile per hour digital readout on that side. I guess the temperature is probably Celsius too, but who cares? It doesn't bother me. Now, if you know me, you know the channel well, you know this is maybe a little bit of a departure from the cars I typically drive. Typically I drive dirt cheap, high mileage, Japanese cars. The reason this one is in the fleet right now, guys, is because it is pretty cheap. I mean, to have Porsche performance for what you can pay for these things right now is pretty sweet. There are definitely a few things that you want to look out for when you're buying one of these. Do your research online. The main thing is I think it's called intermediate shaft or the IMS bearing. This one actually just had the IMS bearing replaced and a new clutch. $6,500 receipt, have it at home, came with the car, so that's pretty sweet. So it should be good to go for quite a while. I think that's basically the gist of it for now. Let's hop in it and I'll take you for a ride. Left side key, of course. So here's the deal, guys. The Boxster is not super fast, but what it lacks in speed, it makes up for
with enthusiasm and willingness to experiment.
in like, it's kind of hard to describe, but like a quality ride. I mean, obviously it's a Porsche, but it just feels so much more smooth and controlled and, you know, agile than the other cars that I usually drive. And now I'm not dogging on the other cars I usually drive, and granted, you know, they're obviously not Porsches and at completely different price points, but this one just has a little bit of something extra on like the quality side. I know a lot of guys say it sounds like a GT3. I've driven a GT3. You can go back and watch my video where I took that GT3 of my friends out and gave it a rip. I don't hear it. I do at about 5,000 RPMs hear that like signature howl that these, you know, Porsche engines put out. And I mean, when this thing's above 4,000, it's a pretty fun car. Below 4,000, it's, you know, it's a little bit of a dog. Smooth power, but man, you get it up above 4, and if you had it in the corners, I mean, with that rear engine, this thing would really, I think it's gonna be a blast. I'll try to get you guys up to red line here. You can listen for that howl right around 5,000. Hopefully you can see it. What's up, YouTube?
Is this the wife's ride?
I don't think she knows how to drive it. Maybe she can figure it out, but.
It's nice. It's quiet, actually. Nice and dewy.
Rear? Yep, rear wheel drive. Well, fire dance.
And fire.
Yeah, you ready? Ready?
Yeah, we're good.
1, 2, 3, go!
Oh, Jesus.
Go!
It's green.
Got it!
Where's the seat thing?
Right there. Let her rip, buddy. Let her rip. First thoughts after being pressured with a camera in your face.
It's a nice color, smooth ride, and it would be good to take up to the canyon. I think you got enough room in the front and the back to throw backpack in, picnic, you know.
Absolutely.
Yeah, pack some food, go up the canyon. Not too fast around the corners.
You don't need a lot of power out there. Like, I honestly think this has enough for out there. Maybe not for the race. I don't know about the racetrack or not, but
No.
this wouldn't be the car I'd take to the track. You'd get a cheap Camaro or Corvette for that, I think. Still turn some, dude, and it does. Yeah, over in Scottsdale, people look. It's this easy. Done. Hey, it's actually got good headroom. Like,
Dude.
I could put a helmet on in here.
Dude, this thing just wraps around you as tight as a condom on a dick.
That's right. Fits like a Jimmy. I'm not gonna lie, I'm a top off kind of guy. You know?
Look at this.
For those of you who don't know, the car's gotta be in neutral, e-brake up, bring her up and down. Yeah, I gotta get rolling. See you later. Bye, buddy. Should a man drive a Porsche Boxster?
I think if it was a different color and he's under 5'11".
So he's gotta be a shorter guy to drive a Porsche Boxster.
Yeah.
It's kind of a penis car. It's kind of a small penis car.
Oh, no. The rims could be cooler.
They could be bigger.
Sure.
Bigger is better, right?
What do you like about this car?
What do I like about this car? It's a freaking Porsche for the price of a Mitsubishi. I'll show you what I like about this car. This is what I like about this car. It says Stuttgart on it. It's a prancing horse like a Ferrari. Fun, it's cool to drop the top, especially in Arizona. Man, it's nice to have the top down and live in Arizona, you know? But I wouldn't want to drop the top next to a Corvette or a Mustang or a Challenger. You know what I mean? Why is the light on?
What don't you like about this car?
It's tiny. It is a Porsche Miata. Here's the deal. For a tiny little convertible, my head is below the windshield when I'm sitting in with the top off, and when the top is up, I do think I could put a helmet on if I had to. There's an inch or two up there, which is, you know, I'm not getting that in a Miata. I'm trying to think what the competition of this car is. What's some other small wiener cars? Now that you've seen what my frunk and my trunk can do you think this car's cooler?
Cool.
Normally I do a burnout or maybe some sweet donuts, but the car's a little bit too nice. I really don't want to beat on it. Something I haven't mentioned that I think I should is the Boxster actually has a really good turning radius on it. I know that's something small, but at my age, I've come to appreciate the little things like a good turning radius in a car. Undoubtedly, this video will get a few extra views from Boxster owners or enthusiasts. If you're looking into the car, super cool car, super fun car. You know, to get into a Porsche at this price, for some people, maybe their only chance. And I honestly think it's worth every penny. A word of caution though, coming from a former Audi owner. These German cars, when something goes wrong, it goes wrong big. And it's not necessarily like a big problem. It's usually a relatively easy fix. But the tax you pay for an Audi or a Porsche or whatever is a lot higher than that of, say, a Nissan or a Honda. So that's something to keep in mind, as 350Z convertibles do exist, and I'd be relatively certain that you could beat the absolute piss out of it for a similar or less price and still get a lot of the enjoyment that you get out of something like a Boxster. And you're not gonna pay those taxes that I was talking about, or like the upcharge for parts, because parts for a Nissan are everywhere, including the local junkyards. That'll do it for today's video, guys. I hope you enjoyed the introduction of the Porsche Boxster. Stick around if you wanna see more content on it. I'll probably make, you know, 1 or 2 more videos and then cut it loose. But I appreciate you all so much for watching. Stay tuned for more. I'll catch you